Well, welcome everyone. I am so thrilled this morning to be able to share today and be a part of what's happening with Zango by Zija and some of the new products that have come on board with our teams and our worldwide teams. This has just been an awesome time to be able to be a part of all of this. I don't know that Dr. Plant is on quite yet. He was flying this morning. He may be held up this morning. I apologize for that. Maybe we'll have to get him on next week if he's unavailable this time, but we can get him on. So we have three other guests on the line, hopefully all three. I know one that's on the line, and I'll change up some things here, and we'll pull him up here in just a moment. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Always fun stuff to do. Hold on just a moment. Okay. Nope, that's not the one I want. Here it is. Hey, I'm so excited to have Chris Moore on the line with me today, and I want to just share with you folks. I want to publicly thank him for serving in the armed forces for over 8 years. And I know that he's been a great asset to Zija. And I believe I got to hear from Chris a few weeks ago in Las Vegas. What a great person to be sharing about Zija and his team. I believe it's Team More Muscle. Maybe you can share with us, Chris, a little bit about that. Are you on the line, Chris?
Yes, sir, I am. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, thank you.
Awesome. And so it's kind of a joke thing at first. It was, I'm honestly not even 100% sure how it got started. It was I don't know if it was from corporate. I forgot exactly who it was. But the thing is, 80% of the orders in this company are weight management system, orders. And I built my whole team off of ripsticks initially. This is I live in a college city. There's a lot of fitness competitors, bodybuilders, stuff like that. And people were always looking for a all-natural way to get the kind of desired results they were looking for. And when people were showing quick results, when I was showing, good results, faster than some of the people that were doing things that were not only harmful to their bodies, but in a lot of cases, things that weren't even legal, they were very happy to see that there was a different way, an all natural way. So that's kind of how the Team More Muscle thing kind of got started or whatnot. But the deal is it's just more of what you want, right? More weight loss, more personal development, more of this, more of that. We got a little website and we got a little little deal going on for it, but it's just a little funny thing, little slogan deal, and some cool T-shirts, pretty much. But it's just all about the natural health revolution, brother.
Well, thank you for sharing that. I know that you've been with Zija a number of years. Is that correct?
Well, I actually have been taking the product for 4.5 years, but I've been building the business for 2 years.
Okay. Have you helped a lot of your team on some of their weight loss goals then?
Oh, absolutely. We have we have people that are 50s, 60s, 70s, 100, 130, 150. As a matter of fact, Danny Keeling, one of my platinum distributors, platinum executive, one of the first people I sponsored actually became a platinum executive in the business. One of his distributors, he's down 176 pounds. So we've helped tons of people lose some weight, and that's when the story started growing. Everything started changing for this team, for this group. It got real crazy real quick when people started just dropping tens of pounds and not taking this medication, not having to take that medication. When the story started getting big, so did the distributor base here.
Awesome. What do you, in your mind, when you're working with your team and people that are losing weight, what do you feel is maybe I know they have seems like they have a lot of overlapping products, and that might not be the case. But I'm sort of new. We're just at 8 weeks right now of joining with Zija from Zango. What do you think have been some of the most powerful products that you've suggested people to be on, and you've noticed that they have the greatest amount of weight loss?
Well, the cool thing about Zija is that, excuse me, the cool thing has been how everybody's body's so different. It doesn't matter who you are. We can, you can find your flavor. You know what I'm saying? I have ex-NBA and NFL, current NBA, NFL. I have a guy that, he was 400 plus pounds. He played in the NFL, and he put together a XM3 and an XM Burn, the two thermogenic fat burning capsules, and it was too much for him. And then had another girl who was 97 pounds, and she needs those two plus the XM Plus energy drink, and then she feels good. Because she used to be on Rockstar and coffee and stuff like that all the time, and so her adrenals are pretty shot. So whatever somebody kind of needs, they can find it. It's the simplicity is in the lines, understanding the lines, right? So we have the skincare line, we have the essential oils, we have the general nutrition weight management system, and then we have the performance line, the workout stuff. Everything's in those four lines. The XM Burn capsule has been pretty amazing, but then when the XM3 came out, that was something else. It's the only thing that's ever sold more, I believe, than our flagship product of Supermix. So the XM3 pills, man, people were on social media was calling it #pound a pill. It's the most effective weight loss pill on the market, brother. So the XM3 was a big deal. A couple of other products that's been huge for us is the AGX men and AGX women. They're like 20 years ahead of their time. And what they are is actually a combination of essential oils that do certain things for your body. The AGX women help balance women hormones, PMS and mood swings, stuff like that. Man, I got text messages that you'd laugh for days as far as, how much this has helped, within the family, with using either the AGX women or the AGX men, which is strongest natural testosterone booster and everything there, and you use your imagination there. So this AGX men and women for my business has been pretty revolutionary. And then another couple of great products is the vegan plant protein, soy-free, no gluten or anything like that, halal. Like it's really, really amazing. A lot of people are crazy about that, and so am I. So I would say the AGX men and women, the fat burning pills, the AGX, the workout line has been real big for me. But the workout, the weight loss, I wasn't making sure everybody was doing the system properly. The most important key to the weight loss is definitely the tea. So make sure your people are taking the tea, flushing their small intestine and getting the toxins out of their system. That way their body's absorbing nutrition and also burning fat that much better. And when I made sure that everybody was doing that, because some people were scared of the detox, when they started doing that, they really started noticing the difference in their bodies, and the stories got real good at that point. And anybody that was kind of stagnant weren't anymore. And so I've just had a lot of different breakthroughs at different times because we have so many different lines. You know what I mean? It's just 4 lines, but the people that participate in those, respectively, are really, really serious about it. There are some serious people about essential oils. There are some serious people about skincare. If you've had rosacea and eczema and skin problems your whole life, like I have, you're very excited and happy to find something that helps you out, and you don't even have to wear weird creams or anything else. When you are serious about working out, one of the worst things you could ever put in your body generally is a pre-workout. Everything else you put in your body takes things away from you. A headache, you take a pill that gets rid of it. Your stomach ache, you take something to get rid of it. You're taking this to give you a reaction. They're generally some of the most synthetic things you put in your body. So to take So to take something that's all plant matter and have it affect you in like 3 minutes instead of 35 or 40, it's made a huge impression on people. You know, the effectivity, the quickness, you know, of these products. It's been really, really awesome. And then for a lot of other people, they just want to get the toxins out of the house. They get toothpaste, they get shampoo, conditioner. They don't want parabens and sulfates and other things in their body or with their children. You know, I'm married, I have 5 kids. I want to do everything I can to keep my family as happy and healthy as possible. And so you know, whatever group you're catering to, whatever this person is, when they're looking at the presentation, when they're seeing everything that's offered, they'll see what they need. They'll see what'll be useful in their home, and it may be something completely different than you, and it may be something you didn't know about them at all. But that's what I really, really like here. It's a very big fly trap, and whatever walk of life, you know, how everybody's participating in life, they're gonna find what they want.
Awesome, Chris. Thank you for that. You know, I'm glad you brought up some things about the Ameo essential oils lines and the Gen M. Those are fabulous products. I'm, of course, you know, just getting introduced and trying them all out and you know, deciding I love this, I might not need this, but you mentioned a couple things, the premium tea. That is some awesome stuff. I have to just say, I'm really excited about the premium tea and, of course, the daily tea. And then the super mix, I'm seeing some tremendous results. I'm in my mid-60s and seeing some tremendous results in my body and loving what I see. You know, with Zango, I'm you know, our mangosteen juice, I believe I'm still here on earth, you know, not 6 feet under because of that juice, and changing my health and you know, deciding to make a change at 50 years old, that I'm going down the wrong path. I'm not going to be here long if I continue on this path, and making those choices to make that change and seeing tremendous results, feeling better, looking better, thinking better, everything about it. So I appreciate all your comments, Chris. Let me check and see if we've got Dr. Plant. Are you on the line, Doctor? He was concerned that he might have a delayed plane, so I apologize. Hopefully we can get him on next week. How about Michelle or Tommy? Either one of you on the line this morning? Not yet. I know one of them had a conference call also. Anybody else on the line? Tommy, Michelle, Dr. Plant? Wow. Okay. You know, maybe it could be the possibility that we've jammed up the line so bad that they weren't able to get in. So I see quite a few comments about loving Super Mix, the Burn, XM Burn essential oils.
How do you take the Super Mix?
I'm sort of crazy about it. You know, even with the Zango products, I tended to mix a lot of them in the morning before I have a breakfast. I'll throw Super Mix in. I'll throw the Ripstick Pre-Ignite, or the pre-workout, the Ignite in. I love the energy. I love a little burn there that I feel. I just like to ignite my body first thing in the morning. I'll throw a little of our reload in because I wake up sort of sore in the morning, and that takes care of that. And here's one thing, folks. You know, I had no idea, and I worked out in Phoenix for 30 years out in the heat, you know, drank a little bit of water, but never, and we live in Alpine, Utah now, but I never really realized, folks, that my body was on the edge of dehydration most of my life. And I'll tell you what, we got this Hydrate product, and I drank it in the morning, drank it in the evening, woke up the next morning, my brain was just feeling better. You know, and I realized I'm dehydrated most of my life. And so now I'm drinking more water 2, 3, 4 times a day, at least twice with the Hydrate, just more water though, and noticing that my body is waking up in the morning feeling a lot better. So these products that Zija has, and my wife and I are getting more introduced to the essential oil line, and of course the Gen M line, and all of the core moringa things. We're just, we're in that learning curve, learning about all the benefits, and it's true, Chris and others, that you sort of got to tailor make this. You want to try things and see what's beneficial for your body. Just like Chris was saying, he had a person that was, pretty up there in weight and really couldn't take those XM burn and things like that. But I don't take those every day. I find that, boy, oh boy, if you're going to take that, I think my mentor called them crack in a capsule or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but
that's a pretty fair assessment. It's not as crazy, but it definitely, when your brain is ready to go first thing in the morning because you're taking those and it's less caffeine than coffee and it's green tea and everything else, you're kind of a little jacked up, man. You get excited to be jacked up, and you like to go in the morning, but you're going to find that, what you were just saying about hydrate. I got several people in our business who they put the Super Mix and the hydrate together, and that's how they drink them all the time. And they put the Super Mix and the Recover together just in case you have any kind of sore situations or anything else that has everything you need to help, with releasing lactic acid. We have people that take it and swear they never get sore anymore. It'll make you think your workout wasn't even good. The Recover's so good. So mixing those like that, but putting the Super Mix in the fridge overnight is we generally make, you can make 3 or 4 of them, put them in the fridge, and just get them first thing in the morning. It's so much better cold, and overnight all the grittiness is gone, and it's even sweeter. So I would also do that with certain people that I know got real picky palate, and if I try to let them taste it, they'll, oh my goodness, the grittiness, whatever, right? So I'll just put a lot in the fridge and then kind of give it to people as samples, and it tastes so great that way.
So, you mentioned putting it in a fridge overnight, and I've heard that. I'm sure a lot of people on this call haven't heard that. Would you mind sharing, if you know, I'm hoping you know, that why that's so important?
Well, for this product is enzymatically alive when it hits the water. When you put that moringa oleifera in there, it's the whole point of the shade drying process to keep all the vitamins and nutrients inside. It's optimally enzymatically alive after 40 minutes. So if I don't put it in the bottle and wait 40 minutes to drink it. I drink it right away. You'll get plenty out of it, but it's optimally enzymatically alive after 40 minutes. So you're past 40 minutes anytime it's been in the fridge overnight. The Super Mix tastes a lot better cold, and the only reason why we keep it in overnight is because all of the grittiness is gone, and when the grittiness is completely absorbed into the water, it's so much sweeter. Just like if you put moringa seeds in a bottle of water to purify it as opposed to moringa leaves, it'll purify it and make it sweet. So you put the Super Mix in there, you shake it up, and you leave it in the fridge overnight, maybe 4 days worth, and you drink it first thing in the morning, and you can either take an XM3 capsule with it or open it up and dump the XM3 capsule inside, shake it up and drink it. And you'll like that too. Some people feel like that hits them a little bit harder. You know what I mean? And so either way, you'll find your style, but most people like leaving it in the fridge overnight. That's really good.
So you actually make it up days in advance then?
Yeah, 3, 4, 5 days in advance. Just put it in the fridge. Never do more than 5 days or whatnot. Not that it would go bad, but it looked kind of ridiculous. You look like you got seaweed or swamp water in your fridge all over the place. But 4 days in advance, just drink it on an empty stomach first thing in the morning, and you're good to go.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris, for that. Dwayne, I tried to message you, and I must have the incorrect phone number for you. If you want to text me at 602-561-3972, 602-561-3972. I'll send you back the speaker code so you can come in. Anyway, let's see if we have anybody else that joined us. Michelle? Tommy? Dr. Plant? Nope. Okay, we're moving on then. That's awesome. Well, you know what? Let's see if, Chris, let's see if you and I can answer a few of these questions. Somebody asked again, what was that essential oil for the women's issues?
That is called the AGX Women.
AGX.
AGX, it means Ameo Gene Expression. AGX Women. It's $60 and it's 48 PV. PV is product volume.
Right. Okay. All right.
Sure,
We got that question. Here's a question. I've seen various posts on how to use a premium tea. What would you suggest the best way? We only have premium tea and super mix. In South Africa and not the XM products.
Okay, so the best way to use the premium tea is to, I've heard several people say, it didn't work on me. If you put the premium tea in a microwave, you will render the vitamins and nutrients inert. They won't work anymore. So make sure, because guys seem to do that. Women never do it, right? But guys do. We're looking for the quick and easy or whatever, and we nuke it and it doesn't work. So you actually put it on the stove, and it doesn't matter if you like to drink it hot or cold. The only thing that matters is how long that bag is in the water. And I'm telling you, 15 minutes is all you need the first time, because 15 will cleanse your body, but 30 will cleanse your soul, and you should save that for church. So 15 minutes is what to do.
Yeah, you do need to plan your day the next day. And, I think a lot of people think they need to take that every day, and you really don't. Probably, 2-3 times a week, Chris?
Three times at the most. 3 times at the most. The guy that had lost, I think, 170-something pounds, and two other guys, 150 and 130, they were both, they took it more than anybody else. That was 3 times a week. And mind you this, the first time is the worst time. It's not like you're going to be going all day long, but if you normally go once, you might go twice. If you normally go twice, you might go 3 times. But generally, you're just you need to make sure when you get up, you have about 20 minutes or something, because you might the tea will set you free, that's for sure.
Absolutely, I know it works pretty effectively on me. I take it around 11, 12 at night. It's going to work by 8 or 9 in the morning. Now it'll be your long spot. My wife says she needs about 11 hours, though. So, just realize, depending on how your system assimilates things and works things through, plan your day, get a picture of how soon that product's going to work for you. And I'll tell you what, Chris, I was absolutely amazed how I felt after drinking the premium tea. I've never felt that way in my life. There was something about it, and I won't go into details, but I don't think we should go into details, but it makes you feel great inside.
I understand, brother. You saw unicorns and rainbows the tea is it's some really awesome stuff, and to make sure that the tea is as effective as possible, make sure you're drinking as much water as possible that day too. The more water you're drinking throughout the day that you do your premium tea is going to be the better your cellular cleanse and flush is going to be.
Okay, awesome. Okay, let me try to get our Zango master distributor back in here. I'll text him again and.
Okay. Unless you got any other questions for me to answer.
Well, we're going down the list here. Somebody asked, what's your experience with the XM AM and XM PM? We don't have Burn and XM3 in Europe yet.
Okay, so the XM AM is kind of like so before there was XM3 just a few months ago, there was only AM and Burn. And they were like, they're Bud and Bud Light, okay? The Burn is the Bud and the AM is the Bud Light, okay? When somebody tells you that they are super caffeine sensitive, and you know, then the XM Burn is a thermogenic fat burner, but the XM AM is not. It's a fat burner, just not thermogenic. So they're not, you know, it's not going to make them sweat. It's not going to be as tough on their system. It's going to be, you know, it's going to help them burn fat without you know, heating anything up. You know what I mean? It's nowhere near as intense. It's very moderate. The XMPM is really awesome. If you take it's magnesium and everything, right? If you guys ever do get a little too crazy, accidentally take 2 XM3s or take anything that gives you too much caffeine, all you got to do is take one of the XMPM. That magnesium is going to chill you down. Okay, it's a real strong stress reliever, and so you take it 30 minutes before dinner, and it does several things. It helps your body burn fat a little bit better while you're sleeping. It helps. It's going to curb your appetite a little bit, and it also de-stresses you. So if you hear people say, "Hey, I'm really sleepy," after taking the XM Burn or the XMPM, then that means that they're just really stressed out because there's no sleep aid in the XMPM. So it's just a de-stressor. That's it. So you can actually take it. We have some people that take it 2-3 times a day because there's no sleep aid. It is it's kind of a chill pill, more or less. But it's going to aid in fat burning and everything else. It's some really, really good stuff. It's loaded in ashwagandha. It's some really, really good stuff. So that's when you want to take the PM 30 minutes before dinner.
Okay, thank you. Let's see. I'm going through a few more questions. We have a lot of people from Europe asking questions, and I don't know if you have business in Europe or not. I have a little bit more on the Zango end, so I don't know how to answer some of these.
Well, I know all their products because they have just a few less products than we have. So I know if you're in America, then you know all the products that we have generally.
Right. So Smart Mix and XM Burn in Europe. That's one of the questions. I'm not sure.
Hey, Tom, Dwayne's joined the call.
Hey, Dwayne, welcome. And if you
Thank
can
you.
jump in and answer any of these, I'd appreciate it. Let's see. We've got another question. What can we recommend in Belgium for weight loss? Supermix, AM, PM, some people. Patrick, are you saying it isn't there or it is there? That's what I want to know if you're listening in. And then another question, where can we find the explanation of workout on the essential oils? I know Carol and I have been going through a lot of the essential oils. Chris, maybe
workout?
Well, I'm not quite understanding their question here.
Okay. Because
I see. Okay, I didn't read the rest of it. On what place in the body do we have results with the oils? Is this internally or externally or?
It's every place that you can think of. So if you seriously, if you go to there's a Zija International app. It's a free app. You just type in Zija International. You download it. Let's see here. One of the PDFs. Once you go there, there's another one called Life Unlimited. Once you download that, one of the PDFs on there is about the Ameo essential oils, and it lets you know which oils help with which parts of the body. Okay, if like me and my wife, like I said, we have 5 children, so we can one of our daughters, she coughs like crazy, barks like a dog. You know what I mean? We have a diffuser in the room. All we got to do is put like soothing air and everything, and it'll help her with her coughing and everything. Our son, he stopped up. We put like peppermint in the room diffusing. There's some things that are topically we rub on, like lavender, and that helps them go to bed. There's some things that we're supposed to diffuse, like the soothing air. We don't really put that on them. And then there's some things that they ingest, like the lemon oil or the lime oil. That's in either one. Dwayne, he's a big fan of the Glacier Hydrate, and so are me and my wife. You put 2 drops of lime in that stuff, and now it's heaven. You know what I mean? So like our kids are big on that. And then the same thing with the original hydrate we have. You put 2 drops of lemon in it, and it's pink lemonade. So yeah, there is a company called the company's called Sound Concepts, and they make all of the material for Zija, and they have a book called the Emergency Uses of Essential Oils, and then they have 2 other books that just gives you tons of information about the essential oils, morphine balm, all kinds of stuff. Really, really awesome stuff. Extremely helpful. It'll blow your mind. I'm not a big cleaner or nothing, but if you see what lemon oil can do inside of the bathroom or the kitchen, you know what I mean? You'll want to impress your wife or your husband all day long. Like it's some really, really awesome stuff. And Dr. Scott Johnson is also an author on a couple of those little pieces of literature right there. Just little 4 or 5 page pamphlets. You'll learn a ton of things for the essential oils, from detergent to making food, to making dessert, to everything. It's really, really awesome. It's a whole world. It's really amazing.
Thank you for bringing that sound concept up. I believe that URL for that page is zijatools.soundconcepts.com. I believe that's it. I may have that a little off.
Absolutely. And I'm also having on my website as well because they are just, McKinley's the president and CEO of that company. He's a really great friend of mine. And I'm going to put the link right there on my website as well, because these tools are phenomenal. And he even has information on there that teaches you, like the social marketer, the proper etiquette for marketing things on social media and stuff like that, and the best times to market things. He's been really helpful to our team and to this company.
They do have a lot of material, a lot of great books. I see Sandy just posted that link on the chat box. Thank you, Sandy. Glad to see you here. Dwayne, let me ask again, make sure whether Dr. Plant has showed up. I know he was flying this morning. He may have been delayed. He did say that to me. So possibly we can have him on next week. I know his schedule was much better for next week. And then Michelle or Tommy, are you there? And I know they had other team calls that were going on also, so maybe they weren't able to get on or something came up. Anyway, Dwayne?
I am here, Tom, and let me tell you, I'm happy to pitch it here. It's always a crazy thing to put calls on, and especially when we're dealing with flight schedules. But let me just tell you why I am just so pumped. I could listen to Chris all day, by the way. Wow, what a wealth of information he is, and what a great asset to the organization. I am so excited about what has happened, just the announcements made this week with bringing on, Dr. Plant is a certified genius. We know that from the fact that, first-in-class Harvard Medical School, we know that. But when you actually have conversations with him, you begin to appreciate how the depth of knowledge that he really has on a whole host of products. And the thing I love about Zija is I love the mission of Ken Brailsford, from the fact that this is the 3rd company I've had an opportunity to be associated with that's been founded by Ken Brailsford. And I will tell you, the other 2 are both thriving. They're excellent companies because they're extremely product-focused. And just this past week, week and a half, say, maybe 2 weeks now, we've had the medical advisory board of Zija has just gotten stronger and stronger. They've introduced Shelley McGuire to be part of the product development team and part of that brainstorming team of products. And she's fantastic. Master esthetician, has devoted her whole life to preserving not only her own health, battling cystic fibrosis, when she was told she would only live to be 18 years old. And here she is celebrating her 55th year. I think she's 54 years old, and it's just so exciting, the fact, the knowledge, a depth of knowledge that she brings with skincare and the 2-Minute Miracle, and then to have the announcement of Dr. Von Johnson. Dr. Johnson, as everybody knows here, has just a tremendous story. When he was introduced to natural supplements, his wife, she saw that bottle of Zango juice that was sitting on his desk, and she said, I would like to have that. And he said, why? And somebody had given it to him, and they wanted him to to evaluate it, and he didn't really have time for it. And he put it on his desk, and she came into his office, saw it there, and he said, why do you need it? She says, husband, don't ask me these questions. I just want it. And so he gave it to her. And a couple of weeks later, she said, hey, I want another bottle of that Zango juice. And he was like, you got to be kidding me. I'm a medical doctor. I'm the one you're supposed to confide in me, and I'll share with you. And she said, honey, it's all right. Just get me another bottle of that juice. And so that led him from being, skeptical or just maybe wasn't high on his priority list to really digging in and then learning what the mangosteen fruit was and what it could do for the body and all the scientific research that was behind it. And, of course, that led to, his fascination with Zango and the Zango organization. So that breadth of knowledge that he brings, and now to have him with Dr. Plant, holy mackerel, you got an expert on the moringa and all that it does, and you've got Ken Brailsford, the foundational founder who's developed billions of dollars in sales in this industry, and literally the father of encapsulation, and then you have Shelley McGuire that's come on board. I mean, this is, it gets, like Joe Morton says, gooder and gooder. So it's pretty exciting to see what's happened here. Now, I had an opportunity, Tom, to visit the Las Vegas regional and be introduced to 9+1 new products, 9 available and 1 pre-order. And I'm telling you, I ended up buying 10 more bottles of Pro Shield. If anybody hasn't tried this Pro Shield foaming hand soap, oh my gosh, it is so good. I put it in every bathroom in my home. My wife has already sold 6 to friends and family, and everybody that comes in and tries it, they're like, wow, I could almost drink this stuff. It smells so good. It smells like a cinnamon. When you put it on, it immediately foams up, and it's a deep cleanse, and yet it leaves your hands silky smooth after you use it because it's infused with the male oils, and you're like, wow, this is really good. I'm so impressed. And then, I bought a bunch of the little breath mints because they're not just breath mints. They're breath mints that are infused with nutrients. And so I'm getting a little nutrient kick. I'm actually getting a little bit of the moringa oil in the breath mint. Like, how cool is that? Now I'm not have to worry about if I'm taking sugar or if I'm taking a breath mint that's causing me harm. I'm taking a breath mint that's healthy for my body. And then the toothpaste. And it goes on and on and on. And I'm like, this is just so exciting. It's really exciting for us because as the Zango family, we've, of course, known the strength of our products, which has really sustained us as an organization as far as continuing product sales. People have asked over and over, do you think Zija will continue with the Zango products? They're in love with the Zango products. They love the sales of the Zango products. And so when you see this powerful, what I think Sandy called it M&M, you get moringa and mangosteen combined together, and you see the synergy that's going on with the putting together the product medical advisory board, and you begin to see the future of what's here and why we are just like little kids in a candy store. I mean, this is like, I don't think, this is like a dream come true. So just so exciting, Tom. I appreciate, a few questions. I'd love to take a few questions too on the call. I don't know how much time we have here. And I just want to shout out to Collie and Sandy and you, Tom, and Carol. It's not easy to put on a weekly conference call and to line up speakers every week and to try and coordinate that with their flight schedules. So I could appreciate it. And having talent like Chris on the call is terrific. And I applaud you, Tom, for your diligence in helping support the whole organization the way that you do.
Thank you, Dwayne. I appreciate that so much. I, too, and Carol, we're just extremely excited about Shelley McGuire coming on board with Zija and being part of that advisory board. And, I know that great things are going to happen because of that, because we absolutely love the 2-Minute Miracle. And, of course, Dr. Von Johnson, he is such a phenomenal speaker, and his information base and what he's gone through in the last number of years, he just shares so well. So I'm excited to hear him come on also. So thank you for those two things. Somebody asked about the Pro Shield soap, the hand soap. It is awesome. And let me grab that little card here. There's actually a special going on, and you need to do it pretty soon. I don't have the dates here somewhere, but if you're not on their premium Zija Rewards premium subscription, where that gives you free shipping for a year, you can get that and the Daily 5 collection, which has the foaming hand soap, it has the shampoo and conditioner, it has the muscle, comfort muscle, and here's an important one, the deodorant, which is fabulous, and this is something I've been concerned about and really was looking forward to this. You can get all of those products and the free shipping for $109, and then $109. Okay, so it's normally $149. So you get the free shipping, you get the Daily 5 collection, and you need to do that pretty soon because it ends on July 21st, and then it'll be shipped. Your Daily 5 collection will be shipped on the 21st, and then on the other side of this little card that we got, there's another special. Okay, if you're a part of that, if you spend $75 to $149 in PV, you can get that Daily 5 selection at 50% off. Okay, a lot of us spend a little more than that. If you spend $150 to $199, you can get 75% of the cost of the Daily 5 collection. And here's the real kicker, and I think everybody on this line ought to do this. If you spend $200 or more, guess what, folks? You get that Daily 5 for free. So call customer service. They're only open 15 more minutes. So this is you have to be part of the Zija Rewards Premium subscribers to be a part of that. But folks, you want free shipping. I know a lot of people were paying, $15, $20 or more for shipping every month, and for $109 for the year, and then getting some of the Daily 5 collection, you get one of those free, and then from then on, if you want to continue to get that free, spend $200 in personal volume points, and you'll get that free every month after month. So that's a great promotion to have. Let me see here. Let's see. I want to check on some other questions if we're about done.
This is Tom's other half, Carol, and I wanted to quickly say thank you so much to Chris and Dwayne for jumping in when things go awry. We really love it that we've got such help and such great information. And Chris, if you're still on the line, I wondered if you could give just a really basic core thing. Somebody comes in and they want to get weight loss happening. Maybe they're not a big exercise fanatic, but they're looking to get something going heavy duty when it comes to the weight loss, and they say, what do I buy? I don't know what kind of products to buy. So could you maybe recommend some of the key things that you would tell somebody this is an absolute must when you're getting started for weight loss more specifically than an exercise workout specifically? So, Chris, are you able to address that?
Absolutely, absolutely. If you want to lose weight the absolute most aggressive way, the fastest way possible, and we've had people that's like, hey, listen, I'm getting married in 6 weeks, or I'm going to be the bridesmaid in 4 weeks, or I got a bodybuilding competition, I need to lose 12% body fat in 17 seconds. If you want to lose weight the fastest, what you would do is you would take the weight management system, which is it's an NHR, Natural Health Revolution pack. It's 150 PV. It's $199. And I would add a couple of things. If I was a woman, I'd do the AGX women. A man, AGX men. And the only other thing I would add is 1 case of the vegan plant protein. because that is a whole meal to me. And if my whole meal is just, you know, all these vitamins and nutrients and protein and everything else, and it's so filling and it's so good, then you know, you're losing weight like crazy plus taking the weight management system. So the whole weight management system is the premium tea, it's the super mix, it's the XM Burn thermogenic fat burning capsules, and then the AGX men or women. And then of course the one of the proteins to substitute for one of your meals throughout the day.
Thank you, Chris. That is a great help for getting somebody started, and I am so appreciative that you would jump in and share with us all of these great tips for getting us started with these products and hearing all about the successes on your team. I'm going to pass this back to Tom and let him take it away. Thanks, Chris.
You're welcome. Nice to talk to you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. I know we've got a few more questions that we weren't able to answer right now. Let me if you'll, you know, email us at I think it's xuuniversity@gmail.com. Maybe, Sandy, you can throw that in if you're still on, where we can email some of these questions. And then, you know what, email some questions in so that we can get ready to have Dr. Plant on again, because, of course, I want him to share about his formulations and why they did. There it is, zangouniversity@gmail.com. Thank you, Sandy, for doing that. Email us some questions that we can get on the call with Dr. Plant so we can have a Q&A that really goes over some of these things. I apologize that we had slides. For some reason, they're not coming up. And, gosh, thank you, Chris Moore and Dwayne Dyer, for jumping in and being a part of our call this morning. That was, I understand about flexibility, but I was sweating it a little bit there. Thank you so much for joining us, and everyone that's on the online chat and the phone line, thank you so much for joining us today. This will probably be up and posted within about 24 to 36 hours. And Sandy, where can they find that at? Can you put that in there too? One final thing, to look for this recording, and we can have that posted at myownxfactor.com. Thank you so much for putting that there, Sandy. All right, everyone, we're just about back up at the top of the hour. Thanks for joining us. Be on Monday night's call. That's an opportunity-based call generally. You know, Sandy had Janelle Crane. What a fabulous person to have on last Monday night. And you can always find her recordings and slides that she did. And we look forward to seeing you back next Saturday morning. Thank you, everyone. Have a blessed weekend. Bye-bye now.